In 2000, a 14-year-old orphan and Class 8 dropout turned to the Bible for solace, reading out loud verses to soothe him from the torment of abusive relatives, nurse him from the pain of rejection, and guide him in a world of darkness and uncertainty day in and day out.
And as the sand which is by the seashore innumerable.
More than 10 years later, and a 25-year-old man continues to return to the verses that molded him, only that this time he need not refer to his Bible to get his verses.
Through faith also Sarah herself received
the Bible is now written in his heart.
Child when she was past age, because she judged him faithful and promised. Therefore sprang there even of one an image as good as dead, so many as the stars of the sky in multitude.
This is how we meet Gideon Mbusu, through a flawless recitation of verses we choose for him.
And you as he quickened who were dead in trespasses and sins, wherein in time past he worked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit.
Gideon choosing to read us entire chapters instead, in what he says is a better understanding of the Bible than individual verses.
As should not be made perfect. Therefore, I also...
You want to finish, to continue chapter 12?
Yeah.
Wow, no, that's enough.
Talking through the words he has so skillfully mastered.
It is Jesus that died. Yeah, rather that is risen again.
Mastery he has taken across the country, especially in schools, where he seeks to motivate young children who could be facing challenges such as those he went through.
Christ shall tribulation
and inspire, he does.
I have been out of school for 3 years, but it is quite a challenge that these young men spent 10 years out.
We ask him why.
I sought to seek God in His Word, to know it by heart.
Gideon is an inspiration to his new family that took him in after both of his parents died and his relatives abandoned him. And every day they thank God for his inclusion that has since brought them closer to God.
Having Gideon in our family has been a blessing for us, and knowing his story from when he was young and what he's gone through, it has encouraged us so much to actually reach out to many other disadvantaged children.
I want to know Bible a lot offhand, and so yes, to some extent the fact that he's doing it makes me want to say, hey, why can't I also get these verses?
Hope is the message he continues to pass on, even though his dream is to become a lawyer.
My chosen career being law, I would want to read the Bible more, because law is about administration of justice, and I think that the Bible is the best tool when it comes to the administration of justice. Was not found because God had translated him.
Oh. It is evidently difficult to stop him once he begins.
This current situation cannot be compared with the glory that is in store for us. Hebrews 11 talks about faith. It actually reminds me that being on this earth, I've got to go through challenges.
At some point, even reading out all 40 verses of Hebrews' 11th chapter.
I should go to church.
Humbling in his effort to seek God when he was at his worst.
I read with the intention of not only cramming, not only memorizing, but also getting to understand. Actually, my main purpose and point has always been understanding God, not just memorizing. Things which are saying were not.
Gideon has turned his challenging life lessons into a source of deep wisdom, and from 15 has lived a life that reflects on the words of philosopher Patrick Overton, and I quote, "When you have come to the edge of all light that you know and are about to drop off into the darkness of the unknown, faith is knowing one of two things will happen. There will be something solid to stand on, or you will be taught to fly." Evelyn Wambui, KTN.